Hey, what's up? It's Ty from MasterKicks.com, and I got a quick video for you tonight. So I was asked a question on LinkedIn by a gentleman that showed me this video of this dude who claimed that the Yeezy's 350 V2 Zebra was producing massive numbers. So I'm always trying to figure out how many shoes like brands are produced, and then for Adidas, it's kind of hard to figure it out because you don't really know. I don't really know the relationships there. So that's what I tried doing on my website a couple of days ago, and I wanted to show it to you. All right. So, but let me share my screen and show the shoe that I'm talking about. So this is it here. Are we talking about? Let's go on the Zebra joint. Now they came out. I don't know when was the last time they came out. That's a retro. All right. So they came out already, and then Adidas is trying to bring it back out again, and then that's just trying to show you the status of the brand at the moment. They're bringing back a whole lot of things. So that shows you exactly where they are heading, their direction. So that's the shoe. And my job tonight is to try to figure out how many pairs was produced. So to do it, I made some assumptions, and we're gonna go based on those assumptions. So I'm just gonna go back here and just keep this screen here. So let's go to my first thing that I wrote. Now, if you see the title talks about Papua New Guinea is getting the shoe. Now, I am not trying to ridicule that part of the world, like I said here. I'm not trying to make fun of them. I'm from Togo. And that's a third world country. And as much as I love sneakers, I don't see Adidas ever bringing any Yeezy in Togo, where I'm from. So I'm nowhere, I'm not qualified to make fun of any country. I was just trying to show you like a point. Like if Papua New Guinea is getting the shoe, the Yeezy, that says a lot of things. Now, I also found out that JD Sports and Footlocker, they have locations in PNG. PNG stands for Papua New Guinea. And those stores were given the shoe. Now, again, I don't do projection on Adidas sneakers because I don't know a lot of the relationship that Adidas has with the distributors like Footlocker and all these other minor and major retailers. But on LinkedIn the other day, somebody told me that his store was getting 30 pairs. I'm not going to say the store name, but they're getting 30 pairs, and that's a minor retailer. So I assume if a minor store is getting like 30 shoes of the Adidas Yeezy 350, that says a lot. Now, in March, I did the same article, and I was trying to figure out how many of the black Adidas Power Phase were produced. And when I took account of the number of stores, and it was 93. Now, today, when I did it for the Yeezy, that number went from 93 to 533. That's for the Yeezy. Now, that says a whole lot about what Adidas is doing right now. And I'm going to go to the next slide, and we're going to get to that. Oh, my gosh. My computer was kind of freezing a little bit. So, like I said, from the looks of it, I believe Adidas is heading in that direction, and that's a good sign for the consumer. If you're a guy that like Yeezys, that's a good sign for you because the shoe is going to be accessible, and that's not going to be hard to get. Now, to figure out the assumptions, it's going to be a little bit hard. Now, here's what I say. Sarah, can you get that? The dog is getting it. Now, if a minor retailer is getting 30 pairs, I'm assuming like major retailers are going to get like twice as much, which is 3 times as much. So that's up to 90. And that's the case. To get an average, I can add the 30 plus 90 and divide by 2. So I'm assuming that each store is going to get about 60 pairs. And that's what I did over here. That's what you can see here, right? This is what I did. Now, let's assume that the rest of the world is getting about 2/3 of the entire inventory. When I say the rest of the world is every store not located in the USA. Adidas excluded as well. So I'm not going to put in Adidas in there. So if the rest of the world is getting 2/3, I'm assuming that USA and Adidas USA and major and minor retailers are going to get about 1/3 of the entire stock. And I'm also assuming that online stores or the rest of the world will receive about 1/4 of the entire inventory physical locations are getting. So meaning if a physical store is getting like 40 pairs, the online store is going to get about 10 pairs. That's basically what I'm trying to convey here. All right. Now, with that said, we're going to come up with our numbers. We're going to run our numbers, and we're going to figure this thing out real quick. So I'm going to minimize my screen real quick, and we're going to get to it. So let's see. Let's like I said, let's run our numbers. So that's like 533 store minus 6. Because if you go on Adidas website, actually, let's go on Adidas website real quick, and then we're going to show you. We're going to do this. I'm going to show you exactly what I was talking about. So I put Yeezy here. You see exactly what I'm saying. So this is the Yeezy and store finder. If you go here, that's just the United States, right? Look at the entire map I mean, this is incredible. I think, did they take it out? I hope not, because I would be pissed if that happened. Store Finder. Okay, you know, let me. Oh wow. Anyway, if you go and try and look up the entire, even that's just the United States. I don't want just the United States. I want all the other countries. So they took it off because yesterday I put the article out. So maybe they saw it and they got mad and they put it out. I don't know. Anyway, so 536 stores are getting the shoe, and I took out the 6 Adidas store. So if I do 533 minus 6 and I multiply that by 60, I come up with 31,620 pairs. That's just for the physical locations. And this number is a representation of the stores that are outside the United States. Now, for the online locations, I divided it by 4. I came up with basically 8,000 pairs. Okay. And then if you add the total, you do the online plus the physical, you get up to like 39,525, or if you run it off like 40,000. Okay. And now if 40,000 pairs are allocated to the outside of the country, then I'm saying 1/3 of that 40,000 will be to the United States. And when I did it, I came up with 13,333, which is basically, I say, you know what, let me take it off for 15,000. If that's the case, I did 40,000 plus 15,000 to get a total. I came up with 55,000. Now, I could be totally wrong, like I say, because this is based on assumptions, but it gives you a picture of what is potentially taking place in the sneaker community when it comes to Adidas sneakers. There's a substantial amount of shoes produced. And if you look, I'm actually going to go back to my website and I'm going to show you something else. Now, I came up with a number. And so what I did was I went in, I tried to figure out the market value. So when I did the market value, it was funny because I went on eBay and I collected data from like 28 pairs that were sold recently. And then 16 were sold for $349.99. 11 for $325, and the rest was another 11. Okay, you know what? I just did all this thing. I can go back and fix it. So the average came down to like 341.85, which is funny. Now, another power seller, this guy here, I'm gonna click on it, is selling the sneaker for basically $329, $339, $340. So basically what you have is this. The average value of the shoe now is like $330. Now, if you're trying to make a home run on it, please don't do it because you're not going to make that much money. Doesn't mean it doesn't have a resale value. The shoe's still $220. So you still have some room to make some money. But I'm saying some people go out there and they try to make like home runs on these sneakers. That's not going to happen anymore. Now, you can even go on StockX. And when I went on StockX, now, they recorded 1,165 sales. And that's because the shoe dropped before. So all this thing is being like condensed into one big block. So this information here contains the shoes that were released before and recently. And that number is like, the average was 465. So this is a false positive. And what I mean by false positive is this. If you see this 465, you think this is how much you can get for it. That's not the case because this is a reflection of, there's outliers there. There's a size 16 that was sold. There's a lot of shoes that were sold like from last year. And last year, the shoe was worth $799. If you don't believe me, this is a picture that I obtained on eBay, and the dude was selling the shoe for $750. That was last year. So the price dropped down to $330 from $750. So it lost the value. And I'm thinking this is what's going to happen when the shoe drops. It's going to lose another 5 or 10%. So what I'm saying is this, there's still room to make money, but don't try to make a home run out of it. You're going to get stuck because then nobody's going to give you $400 for these shoes unless you have a size 16 or a size 17. All right, that's all I wanted to say. Now, if you want to buy it, there's a bunch of links here that I provided for you. You can go. I mean, everybody's getting the shoe. Footlocker is getting it. A bunch of stores like major retailers are getting it. You can go on Footlocker here. Let's go on Footlocker. This is it. That's a lot of stores, like a lot of House of Hoops are getting it. All right. So if you go on the release locator, you can see that this is just a House of Hoop release. All right, so let's go and then find Yeezy here. This is it, USA. So most locations that are getting the eye are, oh my goodness. See, that's a lot of House of Hoops, all right? Because the reason why I know is because I put 21704, that's my zip code. And if you see, the only places that are getting it are House of Hoops locations. So the House of Hoops are gonna get the shoe. So it shouldn't be a hard one to get. And again, the market value is not that high now. If you go by, you can go on eBay and check it yourself. Yeezy 350 V2 Zebra. I'm gonna do that real quick for you. And you see exactly, and let's look at the sold listings and see how much these are going for now. So basically, I mean, I don't trust some of the sellers. So this guy here, let me see his thing. Now, 9 feedback, I don't quite trust a guy that, you know, that I'm not going to trust that too much. Let me see this guy. Okay, 115, not too bad. We're 82%. Nah, not too good. The numbers that I used yesterday were better. Let's see this guy here. 159, not bad. And let's see this guy, maybe a better seller. Okay, this hotness feet, yeah, 314. You see the price now is $315. All right. So the shoe has kind of dropped in value from the 750 a year ago in July to like 325 now. So if I'm you, I'm not gonna fork out more than $300 for these. And I feel like I said, by the time it drop, it's gonna lose another 5 to 10%. All right. I hope this helped, guys. Again, a lot of the stuff that I do is based on assumption. So the assumption is kind of, I'm trying to paint a picture. Like you use this sample and make a projection on like something bigger. So I came up with 60 pairs and I did a multiplication and ran all this number. This is stuff you can do in your own house. Now it shows you exactly the substantial amount of shoes produced. It doesn't mean that this is exactly my number, 55,000 is exactly that. I'm just trying to paint a picture for you so you can use that to make your decision as far as, do I want to spend more than retail to pay for the shoes, or do I want to wait? Because eventually the shoe's going to lose in value. So this is just to help you gauge where you are right now, all right? So I hope this helps. Thanks for watching this time from House Kicks. And if you have any questions on what shoe you want me to do, just send me an email or send me a message and I'll do it. All right, because time is short. I don't have a lot of time to be doing this. And it takes a lot of time to like think about all these little things. So please, if you have any question, if you really want to do something, just let me know. Thanks for watching.